all right if they ain't left-handed.
Oh, well, being left-handed
It makes
hurts.
a difference.
Leave that right there, see?
Yeah.
Don't touch it. Then leave that right there. And you leave that right there.
Yeah.
See, if you leave it right down, then you don't have anywhere near as much fingering to do.
That's right.
It cuts down the amount of fingering you have to do completely.
Yeah,
It really helps.
I don't play that upper part.
Oh, there's a lot of great Irish tunes. A lot of great Irish songs.
That is.
Not very much. I got a new Cajun record though. I was lucky enough to go down to Norwich when they had the Council of the Arts, the Federal Council of the Arts, brought up those 7 fiddlers, and I was lucky enough to be able to go. That was a beautiful thing for the Federal Council of the Arts to do. They traveled, they had a tour, and they were on, what was it, Friday night I went down there. And they had been at Guilderland the night before, and they were going to be in New York City the next night. Kenny Baker was one of the fiddlers, and there was a wonderful Cajun fiddler with them, and I enjoyed him so much. I do just a little bit. On Silver Threads and Golden Needles, I used to do a little bit of Cajun backup with my daughter playing. But the Cajun music, of course, there again, they use a lot of retuning their violins to different, oh yes, Cajuns do an awful lot of that. Just a little bit of sample of Cajun fiddling. It's not a very good sample.
You mentioned before you consider yourself an old-time fiddler, and yet there's double style throughout.
Well,
that's 2 or 3 examples.
Foundationally, I'm a traditional fiddler, but I do get away from it because there's a call for it. And in doing especially these library programs, I want to teach or show young people and show older people how very versatile the fiddle can be. You can learn to play any kind of music on it. But what I like best is Soldier's Joy. That's the kind of tune that I like the best, which is traditional New York State fiddling. Of course, when you talk about traditional New York State fiddling, it's kind of hard to discern what it is because it was a melting pot of all the world. Just like a lot of people live here and they're part English, part Polish, part French. You know, their grandmothers and grandfathers were all different things. So it really makes a melting pot. And that's what our music is in New York State. Of course, it was influenced very strongly, I believe, by Canadians, because they used to come down to work in our forests. You know, when the Adirondacks weren't cut off, a great many Frenchmen came down and worked in our forests. And they brought their fiddles with them, and they used them in the bunkhouse. That was, what other form of entertainment did they have? They didn't have a radio, they didn't have television, but they used to almost always have a fiddler. And some of these Canuck fiddlers were very, very good. My granddad was a French Canuck, and he came down to begin with. His father came down before him to work in the woods. Of course, he himself didn't play the fiddle, but I guess his father did. But they brought their music down into our lumber camps, and from there it spread out across northern New York. So I think that the French really influenced our fiddling a great, great deal. And of course, with my family, there's a strong influence from Vermont, because many, many people moved maybe from England over to Vermont, and then from Vermont on to New York State. And some of them even found Osceola. I don't know how they did that. It must have been an awful job. We have a...
The West Lyden Waltz.
Oh, I love that. Jimmy Nelson's Waltz? Thank you so much, sir. Isn't that a beautiful thing that was written about
The
West Lyden?
Shannon Wallows. The Shannon Wallows.
The Shannon, oh boy, now you're getting rough in there. You're playing rough, Charlie. You know how hard that is to
Yeah,
play.
I love it. Barb's never backed over enough, and I haven't played that. I played it, a little bit of it. Was it when you were over at the house? I played a little bit of it just recently. But I don't think I played it all the way through, and I haven't played that thing in 2 or 3 years. That's a beautiful, beautiful Yeah,
waltz.
I like that.
How about the Alabama Jubilee?
Okay. See. teachers this afternoon asked for that.
Yeah.
I don't know, I didn't
I
get
heard
a
her
shot
say
about
that.
this afternoon. For some reason or other, my fingers are slipping today and I'm making a lot of mistakes. Maybe I'm afraid of the video camera, do you suppose? Video camera, will you hurt me? Oh, it says it won't hurt me. But I know it's on just the same. The next square dance call that goes with that, too. Do I hear any more tunes?
Do we have the Liberty two-step?
What?
Can we play Liberty?
Liberty two-step, all right.
Yellow rose of Texas.
What?
Do you know yellow rose of Texas?
You bet I do. All right, help me remember those now. Liberty and the Yellow Rose of Texas. Why don't I fill the second one first?